Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is the case styles here. So in today's tutorial we'll be going about the detailed drafting and the cutting of this beautiful drawstring palazzo jumpsuit you see right here on your screen. So at the two sides it has a slit, it has a button in front and also a collar. It has no zipper attached or fixed to it at all. We only have buttons in front. So if this sounds like something you're interested in learning how to do, please continue watching. It's 100% beginners friendly, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Without much ado, let's get started with today's tutorial. Right here I have all my materials needed in the making of this jumpsuit: my tape, my scissors, my chalk, and also my fabric. So I have 3 yards of this plain crepe fabric, and this particular fabric doesn't stretch at all. So for this particular one I have right here, this is not the entire 3 yards. So I just cut out the amount or quantity that will be enough for the upper part of my jumpsuit. So bear in mind that I'll be drafting the half scale bodies first before I'll go ahead to draft out the trouser part of my jumpsuit. So now I have my fabric folded into two. As you can see right here, I folded both edge or ends into two. Then the next I'm going to fold this from the top part all the way down. Okay, so you see that this fabric I have right here is 100% enough for the upper part. So this was something I did on purpose. So now I have it folded into 4 right now. I'm just going to go ahead to pin this so that it doesn't move or shift while I'm drafting. So after pinning, I'm just going to go ahead now to place my tape at the top part of my fabric, and I'm just going to get my nipple point, my bust point from my shoulder to my bust of 10.5 inches or 10.5 inches. Then the next I'll get to be my half length. So the half length I'll be working with here is 16.5 inches. As you can see, I've marked it right here. So I'll also go ahead and add extra 1 inch, which is going to be for the joining allowance to the lower part of the jumpsuit or our pants. So when I must have marked all of this, I'll go ahead and roll it out in a straight line. So after this, I'm just quickly going to go ahead to work on the neckline. So I want you to take note of something right here. I'll mark my shoulder of 7.5 inches, and then I'll mark the length of my sleeve right here, which is 12 inches. So we all know it's a long sleeve, right? So there'll be joinings at the end of the day. So I went ahead to connect that my sleeve length now into my bust point line. So I'm going to mark my neck width of 3 inches and then mark a neck depth of 2 inches. I'll create a round neckline right here. So this neckline I'm creating now is for the back and not really for the front and the back. It's just for the back alone because the back neckline is always high. So the next I'm going to come to my bust point line. I'll divide my bust circumference by 4 and mark what I have right there. I'll be adding 1 inch extra, which is going to be for ease, and then my stitching allowance of 1 inch. Okay, I'll come to my waist. I'll divide my waist by 4. I'll mark whatever I have right there, which is 7.25. I'll add 2 inches extra to that and extra 1 inch for stitch. So for your waist area, if your hip is quite big, you can actually go ahead and work with your hip measurement instead of your waist. Okay, but if your hip and your waist is almost similar, you can just add this 2 inches extra for ease, or even 3 inches. But if your hip is really broad and your waist is tiny, please go ahead and work with your hip measurement on your waistline. So from that point on my bust point, you see that I marked 1 inch diagonally this way, then I curved it into that my bust point line. This is for us to be able to wear this so that it can curve, because it's serving as the armhole. Okay, so now that I've done this, I'm going ahead now to cut this out exactly the way I have drafted. So at that sleeve, I went ahead to leave at least half of an inch for joining, because this is going to be a long sleeve. And I also cut out the neckline area. So after this, I'm just going to separate this. Remember, I didn't cut through the shoulder. Okay, please just pay proper attention. So I'm going to remove the pins I have right here, and you know this is folded in 4. So I'm just going to raise this front, like this front part. So when you do yours, you realize that these other ends are entirely closed like this. So I'm just going to separate them so you can see. And now let the front part, this part now at the right side is my front part. Okay, so that's where I'm going to work on for the front part of this my dress. So I'm going to go ahead on the half length and mark at least 1 inch inward. Then I'll connect it to that exact point where my neck for the front part stop, which is that point I marked. So I measured it out to ensure that I don't make a mistake, and that is exactly where my front neckline stopped. So I'll also go ahead and notch that part. Okay, but firstly I'll connect from that neck width for my front into this 1 inch I marked on the half length or waistline. So you see how I use my stretch ruler to connect this, and the line is not straight, it's really slanted. All right, so this is it, and I've gone ahead to cut it and stopped exactly on the neck width for the front, and I notched as well. So I'm going to now arrange this properly. You can see what it's looking like after arranging it. So this is what yours should also look like. You're not going to cut the shoulder or the back or whatsoever. This is exactly how yours should look like after following what I've just showed you right here. So the next one is to draft out for the lower part or the trouser or the pants of this my jumpsuit. So the entire length of this my jumpsuit is 58 inches. So if you subtract 16.5 inches from 58 inches, so you'll be having 42.5 inches. This literally means that the length of this lower part or the trouser part of my jumpsuit will be 42.5 inches. So from the top part, after folding this into two, I went ahead to mark 1 inch, which is going to be for the joining allowance. So before you fold into two, please go ahead and measure your hip circumference divided by 4. Add extra 4 inches before folding. Now from that line, which is now my waistline, I got my hip length of 8.5 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do is to divide my hip circumference by 4. So when I divided this, I added extra 2.5 inches. Reason is because this is going to be a high waist, is a jumpsuit. Okay, so you add 2.5 inches. But if you are on a very big size, like from size 14, feel free to add 3 inches extra to whatever you have as your hip circumference divided by 4. So when I did for this particular one, I had 9.5 inches and I added extra 2.5 inches to that. So altogether I marked 11.5 inches. Okay, so this is basically it. The first line we have there is the waistline, the second line is the hip line, the third one is the crotch line. So from the waistline I marked 1 inch from the folded edge of my fabric. So that 1 inch I marked on my waistline, I'm going to slant it into the second line, which is my hip line. I hope you are following everything I'm explaining right here. So after this now, I'll come to that my waistline. I'll mark my waist circumference divided by 4. So remember, for the upper part, I added 2 inches extra, then 1 inch again. So I also brought it, the upper part, to measure it out to ensure that it's the same thing. And on the hip, I divided my hip circumference by 4, then I added extra 1 inch. So I want you to know that on the waistline, my marking started from this 1 inch I have from the folded edge of my fabric. Okay, so after that I connected the line on my waistline and also my hip line. So I'm just going to cut out this part because this fabric was slipping off my table, so I didn't need all of that. So the next I'm going to get will be the length of my trouser. So I've already done the subtraction and everything earlier. So the length of this my trouser is going to be for 2.5 inches, and I added extra 1.5 inches to that. Then altogether right here I have 45 inches as the length because I want to have a big fold when I'm folding. Okay, now the next thing I did was that at that hem or the length of this my trouser, I went in by 1.5 inches. Now that 1.5 inches, I'm going to connect it all the way into that line I connected into my hip line earlier. Okay, so if you have a stretch ruler, this is where it's very important. So I went ahead to divide my thigh circumference on my lap by 2. I marked what I have on that third line, which is my crotch line, and I now added extra half of an inch on that line as well. So all of this is for us to have this ease, because this jumpsuit is not meant to be tight at all. So it's more better and safer to work with a stretchy fabric. I measured out everything I have on my crotch line, where I had my thigh circumference divided by 2. I marked it at the full length of this my trouser, and I subtracted 1 inch from there. Then after that, I'm now going ahead to connect this into my crotch line, just as you can see I've done right here. So I'm done drafting for the front part of this trouser. I'll go ahead now to cut out exactly the way I've drafted. So I've cut out the sides, as you can see right here. I'm just trying to make it straight, because my hand didn't really go straight when I was cutting. Okay, and then I'll cut out this other crotch parts. So usually, if this was a normal trouser, we would have subtracted 1 inch from the crotch, but if for your jumpsuit, you don't do that at all. Okay, so the next, I went ahead to cut out for the back parts. So I already have this my second fabric folded into 2, and then I pinned the front part of my trouser on it. So I already cut out the sides equal. Okay, so the sides like this on the hip side, this part is meant to be equal, but for this other part, which is the crotch part, is not meant to be equal. So I extended that my crotch part by 1.5 inches, and on this other cuff part, I extended it by 1.5 inches as well. So now I'll connect it into the actual waist. Okay, so I hope you're not confused at all. But if I was actually making this for someone that is bigger than this particular size, I would have marked extra 2 inches instead of 1.5 inches. I would have extended the crotch by 2 inches, and on that cuff part by 2 inches. And then this line I marked all the way from the crotch to the full length would have also been 2 inches. But because the person I'm making this dress for is quite on the smaller size, that is why I actually marked 1.5 inches. Okay, so that is basically all. And I went ahead to cut this out. So the base and the hem are equal, excluding the sides on the crotch. Okay, so that's basically it for the front part and the back part of this trouser. So you would have actually noticed it's just that this color I'm using is really too bright and it's contrasting. Okay, so after that, now I'm just going to place the front part of my trouser panel right sides facing each other, and on the crotch I'll pin, and then I'll join from the waist all the way to the crotch line using just half of an inch, as you can see I've marked right here. So when you're done doing that, you bring one part of your back trouser panel, you place them right sides facing each other to one part of the front on the hip side. Then I'm going to pin as well. So after pinning, make sure you arrange it very well so that they can align on that hip side. You go ahead and join. Then from the waist, you're going to join using 1 inch. Then you mark your hip length. Okay, so you mark your hip length, and when you get to your hip, you're going to just join with half of an inch. So from the waist, you're joining with 1 inch. On the hip, you reduce it to half of an inch. So I've kept that one aside. The next thing I'm going to do is to cut out the long sleeve for the remaining part of our sleeve. That's the upper part. Okay, so I measured out what I had. It was 22 inches. Now I'm folding this fabric right now so that I can cut out for the remnant of the sleeve, because the sleeve is quite long and not short. Okay, so I have my fabric folded into 2 right here, and I'm going to just mark that 22 inches, which is what I have as the roundness of that sleeve. Okay, so I'm now extending these lines. I'll get the middle of this 22 inches and I'll mark it right here and also extend this line. So the next is to measure round on that point, because this second sleeve is not meant to be like big like the normal kimono sleeve we have earlier. So when you measure around this part where I'm measuring, you now go ahead and divide whatever you have into 2, place it on that middle line and mark what you have. So for me, I had 11 inches. So for the length, you know, initially I marked the length of my sleeve at 12 inches. So now I'm adding extra 9 inches to that. Altogether I'll be having 21 inches. So that is what I marked, and I connected it this way. So I'll go ahead now to cut this out. So don't be confused at all, okay? Then I'll now separate this from the middle. So thereby I'll be having these two parts attached to my sleeve, which I'll still show you all how to go about it. So I'll now bring my sleeve. So don't miss, when you cut out this part, it will be a bit confusing. Don't be confused at all, okay? Just be very careful. So this is the sleeve part. When I place it right size facing each other and pin, you can see what it looks like, and I will now join. So basically this is just the drafting part. The sewing part will be uploaded on the channel in the second part. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. See you next time on the same channel. Bye.